we're talking about nobody buying flats, but Mumbai real estate is doing really well. Yesterday, almost all of these names, large names, hit fresh highs or almost close to fresh highs. So, and the price action got me thinking as to what could be the reason. Sorry, you have a smile on your face. You want to?
Yeah, no. Anyways, please continue.
Okay,
please.
fair call. So I just thought I'll gather a few points as to why or what could be the possible reasons why these stocks are doing what they are doing. Some factoids here. So speaking to 2 or 3 developers as well yesterday, and a couple of fund guys. So commercial real estate leasing in Mumbai has picked up dramatically in the last 3 to 6 odd months. In fact, there was a CLSA report which I referred to as well. And vacancy rates in A-grade office spaces are now at 18%. They were substantially higher in the month of March. So in the last 6 months, the vacancy rates are filling up or they are going down, and leasing is picking up and happening at a better rate. So that is the commercial real estate side of Mumbai. We are only talking about downtown Mumbai and suburban Mumbai, not really going out to Thane region. This is only Mumbai that I'm talking about. Almost everybody across the street is of the opinion that the new RERA guidelines are supply deflationary. And that's true, because we've seen a bunch of developers who had large plots marked for development over a 5-year period. Now, because they have to adhere to the delivery guidelines, have cut the plots into 2 and said, okay, we are not developing plot 2 right now, just looking at plot 1. So the anticipated or a potential supply, as people take into account 3 years, 4 years hence, has come off dramatically in Mumbai. That is point 2. So people do feel that previously the talk was, though, so much of supply coming into the street. Now that has gone down. And companies are investing, counter-cyclical as it may seem, into large residential plots as well. Oberoi being one in Thane. Marathon Next Gen has bought something in Mulund. So a bunch of real estate companies are doing this. Now, as a result of that or otherwise, you look at the performance of some of these Mumbai-based real estate companies, not looking too far off, but only in October. Marathon Next Gen, unlisted, or rather listed, stock up 30% in the last 12 days. Kolte Patil, which has got 2 triggers by virtue of the Bombay revenues that are starting to get recognized, up 25%. Oberoi Realty, 15%. Godrej Properties, which is traditionally traded at a premium to all of these players, also trading up 5% in the month of October alone. So these stocks are moving up. Now, you can argue that infrastructure projects are leading to this, or whether vacancy rates coming off is leading to this, or it's a whole host of factors. But something's happening out there for people in the markets to go out and start buying into these stocks, and in a big way.
Actually, on commercial realty, I mean, I'm not sure this is only Bombay specific, because some of the real estate consultancies have started talking about the fact that the cycle is again turned in commercial real estate. We had a long period of few years where there was very little incremental supply coming in, and that was because we had an oversupply period, usual cycle. And they are now starting to talk about how new supply is going to start coming in. New launches are starting to pick up in commercial real estate, which is a turn of a cycle. So if that continues, certainly from the commercial angle, it's important.
Yeah, maybe also partially contribute. Remember the conversation we were having with Prestige last week, right? And he said, yeah, the first 2 months after RERA have been tough because we had to register all the projects, etc. But we're finally getting the hang of it, and I think things are looking up. And he said that there were no sales in the first 2 quarters at all. But now, finally, 3rd quarter onwards, they're hopeful that no launches, rather. No launches. And they're hopeful that 3rd quarter. Now, of course, that's a completely different geography. I'm not suggesting the same might ditto apply to Mumbai. But maybe there is a sense of, sort of common experience on the RERA front across real estate players.
Yeah, and
but
Mumbai,
more importantly, the commercial cycle, as Hira pointed out.
Yeah, and no, but there's a point there, because Mumbai has been at the forefront when it comes to RERA registration, and the authority being right up there in making sure that projects are getting registered. The others are following, taking a leaf out of Mumbai's example.
Absolutely.
So maybe all of that. But the stocks are on a tear, and well, that's what we focus on.